Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
I'm Laura.
Today I'm going to have Laura drawing Winnie the Pooh mashed up with Nosferatu. So it's going to be NosferaPooh.
I'm going to have you drawing Popeye the Sailor Moon.
Nice. Okay, that sounds awesome. Let's hop right into it.
Okay.
Popeye the Sailor Moon.
They're both sailors, so you're pretty much already there.
This is barely a mashup at all.
And Winnie the Pooh, Nosferatu, same thing. Where does one begin and one end?
If you replaced honey with blood, then there you go. The other thing about Sailor Moon and Popeye is they're both so sassy, and they're both so quick to violence. We still haven't seen the new Nosferatu.
I'm excited too.
I'm super excited. I knew that'd be a good mashup, and I knew you love vampires, so...
You know me, loving vampires.
We gotta watch that horror movie with Winnie the Pooh.
Do we?
Yeah, Blood and Honey.
I don't know that I need to see that.
Like, they've made this whole cinematic universe of spooky Disney stuff. There's already 2 Winnie the Pooh movies. I think they made a sequel.
Really?
And then there's a Bambi one, and they're making a Steamboat Willie horror movie that's in the same cinematic universe. That's because Steamboat Willie just entered the public domain. But is Winnie the Pooh in the public domain?
Yeah, it just did right before they did that movie. I think actually Popeye is just about to enter public domain. So apparently Peter Pan, Tarzan, and Steamboat Willie and Winnie the Pooh are public domain this year.
So get ready for our Steamboat Willie merch that's about to drop.
Yeah, pretty scary Winnie the Pooh.
Popeye and Sailor Moon aren't as alike as you would think.
They seem very much the same. They fight bad guys. They're sailors, they love spinach, pretty into Sailor Moon. I would watch it after school.
I remember watching it in the morning, waiting for everybody else to get ready.
Did you like it, or was it just convenience?
I think it was mostly convenient. Sailor Moon and a lot of the 90s shows kind of suffered from like budget constraint things that were very, very
apparent.
Very apparent if you watch even one episode, you know? And so I really, really loved the intro for Sailor Moon. It was like animated beautifully. And the same thing with like, you know, all the other classic 90s cartoons like the X-Men animated series, and like less so for Batman because Batman was like beautiful, but it had a really cool intro also. And then also like Batman Beyond and all those other later ones.
A good intro goes a long way.
All that to say, I just really loved the Sailor Moon intro. And that the theme song was a bop.
Yeah. You watched a lot of Popeye?
Yeah, when I was really young, I remember Grandma and Grandpa watching those shorts. I don't know where we found them.
Yeah, I saw a lot of them at my grandma's too. I don't know how.
Maybe my grandparents had a VHS tape of Popeye. I'm not sure. But I remember watching a bunch of it. I feel like it was very popular with grandparents. For like, oh, cartoons? Popeye.
Kids will like this.
Popeye's so weird. This giant chin and then skinny little neck.
Weird design. And olive oil was really weird. At some point she had bangs. A lot of times she just had slicked straight back hair into a bun in the back. But when she got bangs, I was like, oh, she's looking good.
Yeah, I love that. Even though she was like a beanpole, the cartoon trope of having guys fighting over a girl is definitely there. But the way that she looks is not what you would expect guys to be fighting over.
She's my beanpole. This is the scariest Winnie the Pooh.
Sailor Moon has almost no features. It's just eyes. She barely has a mouth. She barely has a nose. She's all eyeball.
I feel like that's most anime. Come for me if you want. Anime is very simple.
Can you tell me what the little buns on top of Sailor Moon's head are?
Her hair.
They got like pink jewels in them. What are those?
They're just jewels. They don't do anything.
But I've never seen anybody like IRL wearing those. Is that a real thing? Or?
I don't think it's a thing. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think it's just a her thing.
Kind of painted myself into a corner with Popeye's anatomy.
Paint yourself out of the corner. I like Nosferatu's little like ascot. Got like a little silk scarf under his big coat.
Like Fred from Scooby-Doo?
Not like Daphne, but I guess a little like Fred. Does he like tuck it into his shirt?
No, it's like hanging out.
Oh, you're right. It's out. No, his is tucked in. It's very dapper for a dead vampire. But I guess that's standard for vampires to look hot.
So I guess we gotta make a bunch of Popeye merch when he enters the public domain.
What would it be?
I don't know. If you guys got ideas for Popeye merch, drop it in the comments below. Maybe Popeye branded spinach.
I can't believe that's not a thing already.
I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is. Like Donald Duck orange juice, I think there was Popeye spinach. I could be wrong.
Who could say? I think Nosferatu is definitely the scariest vampire.
You think so?
He's so scary looking.
He's got the
With that
the buck
stare.
teeth fangs, right?
Yeah.
The only one I know of that doesn't have the canine fangs.
I think in True Blood they have different fangs too. I think they're the second teeth from the middle that are fangs. The thing I think of most with Nosferatu is that Are You Afraid of the Dark episode at the haunted movie theater.
And he comes out of the screen.
Yeah, it's so scary. I mean, it's not the actual film, but it's obviously inspired by it. But they've got the vampire with the like big claws and teeth out, walking very slowly. One of the best episodes.
I agree. Are You Afraid of the Dark's so good. Did you like Piglet?
I think I like Piglet best because he reminded me of my favorite stuffed animal. It was a little pink rabbit. And also, I was pretty young and Piglet's kind of like the baby.
What about Roo?
Eh.
Not a big Roo head?
Rue's kind of too precocious and extroverted.
So can you explain to me, like, Sailor Moon, the plot was?
Sailor Moon is a school girl. One day some boys are terrorizing this cat on the street, so she saves it. And then it turns out the cat is sent to be a trainer or something because she has powers that she's unaware of and has to save the world. Alien henchmen keep coming after her, I think.
Is there one big bad?
I think there is eventually that you find. It's just like a bunch of henchmen guys that she has to get episode by episode.
Where does Tuxedo Mask get his stuff from?
I don't know.
Like, is he just like a middle schooler running around in a tuxedo?
I think he's a little older than her.
Is
and
he?
she's in
Okay.
high school.
Sailor Moon wasn't your favorite though, right? You like Sailor Mars or something?
I think I probably like Jupiter best.
What was her deal?
She's the green one.
What was your favorite Winnie the Pooh version? Did you like Blustery Day or the TV show?
We had The Blustery Day on VHS, and I like that one a lot. Did you ever see the live action Disney Channel show?
Vaguely remember it. Remind me.
It was on at kind of the same time as that live action Alice in Wonderland.
That's what kept coming to mind, and I'm like, they didn't do that again, right? Did they make Winnie the Pooh hip in 90s?
No, not at all. Not 90s hip at all. Just regular, wholesome.
That was the weird thing about that Alice in Wonderland one. Tweedledee and Tweedledum were like rappers and stuff, and like wearing like MC Hammer pants.
And the White Rabbit was on rollerblades.
Famously, an unaired episode of that, they recorded and everything, but it has O.J. Simpson as like a guest star, and I guess they like released a book with that story in it, but never released the episode because they recorded it right before
before he murdered.
Yeah, before he murdered people.
Allegedly.
Popeye's gotta have his pipe. I should have given Sailor Moon a vape instead.
Sailor Moon would never vape.
It seems like that was the kind of show that would have anti-drug things like little promos.
Yeah, after, yeah, I think it was at the commercial break, they would do weird little, like, PSA.
It sounds great being a princess, but it's not just about waving around a wand and wearing cool clothes.
Did you ever watch G.I. Joe or see the PSAs that they did?
I think I've seen them much later in meme form
Yeah.
or something.
They took on a life of their own after the show was off the air. They just dubbed over the PSA, but it was about not playing with power lines if you find a live power line in the road. These two kids on a bike were riding past and they found like a power line and they were like, let's go touch it.
I remember one that was like a hole or something, or like a hole in the ice maybe, and then a G.I. Joe came up and was offering him a stick to grab. And, take the stick! No, don't take the stick. Just take the stick. I never saw the actual show. My favorite vampire property's gotta be Buffy.
I know how much you love Buffy.
Hi, Moa.
You ready? Like I said, I think this is the dumbest thing I've ever drawn. It's so dumb.
The best thing I've ever drawn.
Okay, 1,
Please don't believe that.
2, 3.
It's so funny.
Definitely. I wasn't sure how you were gonna do Nosferatu and Winnie the Pooh because
Me neither. He's so wholesome and cuddly and happy
and
sweet
plump.
and plump.
And I love the scratchboard quality. You have the vibe. It's great.
He's all vibes.
That's definitely Nosferatu. Gonna drink the honey from your vein.
Yes, you're gonna suck it all out of there. I think it's the best thing you've ever drawn. I mean, I am glad that you didn't just give him like a bald head with ponytails. Well, I think this is about to be official Sailor Moon imagery.
When Sailor Moon enters the public domain, we're gonna have posters.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching us draw this stupid stuff. It's really fun for us. Leave in the comments below what you want to see us draw next. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.